Welcome to ServiceNow demo. I got around 12 years of experience in IT coming to ServiceNow. I started ServiceNow in 2010, so where I played various roles in ServiceNow. Initially, I worked as an admin. Okay, then I moved to developer role. Then I moved to the lead role, and currently I'm playing a role of technical architect. So in this period, I have worked on the various ServiceNow module, ITSM, ITOM, ITBM, Service Portal, a mobile app, and currently I'm working on the integration hub. Okay, so along with this, I'm also giving the training. It's almost 3+ years now. Okay, where I started training, and we have completed several batches successfully. Okay, basically the service now administration and the development, the combo. So these batches we have successfully completed, and many people today they got job as well. Okay, after taking training from me, and a few people, okay, they have even no they have cleared the certifications and everything is done. So apart from that, I'm also having a overseas experience of 2+ years. This is about me. Along with that, I also hold certifications such as ServiceNow administration, implementation specialist, application development. And when you say the implementation specialist, it's on various modules. One is ITSM, CMDB, discovery, HR, etc. The next is let's quickly look into the contents. Okay, what are we going to cover today? So we'll talk about what is ServiceNow. Okay, this I will know, it is just introduction because you already know about ServiceNow. I don't want to take much time on that. We'll talk about the product of ServiceNow, why ServiceNow, okay, what are the roles, okay, we get in the ServiceNow technology. So that is something we'll talk about, and the prerequisites for this course. So what are the topics we are going to cover, and what are the prerequisites for this course? That is something very important that will be explained in today's class. We'll also talk about the ServiceNow releases, the major customers with ServiceNow. If I get a time, I'll also walk through with the ServiceNow instance, maybe the user interface part. And we'll also talk about the certification. That is also one of the key topic which we need to cover. So the ServiceNow is one of the niche technology in the market today. It started somewhere in 2004. The ServiceNow company is started. Okay, it is one of the cloud-based company headquartered in California. It is founded by the Fred Ludwig. He's the founder of ServiceNow. It is one of the top IT service company today, and slowly from 2006-8 onwards, many of the companies, okay, many of the service-based companies and the product-based companies, they started migrating their existing tool or the platform to the ServiceNow. So that is how the ServiceNow has started its career. So, however, in 2012 onwards, it has become one of the niche technology where the ServiceNow is sent to the stabilization mode, where they started bringing in several modules, okay, and they started releasing different releases. They started adding new features, and they started acquiring new companies. So that way, this has become one of the niche technology, and obviously the opportunities are increased, and many people who were in Java and the .NET platform, okay, they moved to ServiceNow. So that way, ServiceNow has become one of the hottest technology in the market. So still, if you see, don't believe, okay, still there are openings because we know all of us, we are in a pandemic situation, right? So, but still the ServiceNow opportunities are there, and that is the reason now we are able to sustain in the market. Especially, I mean, like the ServiceNow opportunities are more in US, Europe countries, in Australia also it is more, especially in India also. I think most of the service companies, they are partnered with ServiceNow, so the opportunities are coming, and not only the opportunity, there are a lot of learnings are there in ServiceNow. If you ask me, when ServiceNow started, right, they had only the ITSM modules, nothing else. So they did not have a CMDB. I mean, like nothing was so matured, okay, and there was a lot of if you want to write one requirement also, if you want to achieve one requirement, it was easy in Remedy, but it was difficult in ServiceNow. That was the situation. But there are a lot of improvement happens in ServiceNow as a product. A lot of improvements happened, and a lot of modules came in. Initially, we used to call the ServiceNow as a tool. Now it is no more tool. It is kind of a enterprise platform, and we don't call ITSM. It is a service management actually. Basically, it is the enterprise platform now. Any organization, they don't have to depend on multiple tools actually. That is the main key area. Everything can be bringing in ServiceNow. So few of the plugins are subscription. That's the different story. So maybe one time a company may be investing money, but later definitely they will get a benefit from that. So that is how it is. So as you know, the product of ServiceNow is a SaaS and PaaS based services to support the IT operations of large corporations basically. So if you see the ServiceNow, it provides the platform, it provides the software as a service. So we don't need any other server to install, okay, to access the ServiceNow instance. All we need is the ServiceNow instance or the URL and the internet. Okay, we don't need anything else. That is one of the features. To see any other application, for example, if you have to develop something in Java or .NET, we need a Visual Studio, then we need the SQL server. So we need to have that connectivity, and then we need to create the build, etc., etc. But in ServiceNow, everything is there within the platform. So because if you want to write the script, there is a place where you can write the script. To move the code also, it is very simple in ServiceNow. So that way, everything is there within the platform. So that really we don't have to depend on any other applications, and we don't have to install the server. But in earlier, that was one of the issue in Jira, Remedy and all. So we have to install the server, and there are a lot of things are there, and even upgrade also one of the tedious tasks in other platforms. Everything is very easy in ServiceNow basically, and also from the end user perspective, right? The ServiceNow provides the cool feature, okay, and for end user also, they can navigate to the ServiceNow application and they can raise a request, they can raise an incident. It is very easily so user friendly. So that those are all the features which we have. And coming to the modules, okay, it is in any organization, if you see, they have to manage their IT services, and they have to manage their the operations, and they have to bring in other modules, okay, the business management module, the customer service management module. Maybe in the organization we have to bring in HR module, finance module, right? Slowly, I mean, like, not everything together, because all these things are, which is something is required for any of the organization to manage their services. Especially the ITSM is the base. Any of the company, initially they will start with the ITSM, because they have to day to day people will report an issue on any of the topics, right? Maybe let's say they're not able to log in into a particular application, or the server is down, etc., etc. People will raise a issue somewhere. They have to there should be a place to report an issue. We have to build that process, because once the issue is raised, it should be assigned to the particular group, and after that it should go to and we have to select the right. It should go to the particular category, then assignment, then resolution, then the SLA comes into the picture. Then on top of that, there will be a reporting within that. Then again, there will be the major incident process within the incident. So all those things. Same thing for the problem and the change. We have to build several approvals. Now, what are the approvals and what are the change types? Everything we have to build in the system. For that, we need a platform. So that is where the ServiceNow is useful. It is not only the ITSM tool today. So there are various modules which are available, which I will give you the quick intro of the modules which are available. However, for the development thing, it doesn't matter whatever the module it is. We should know about the administration part and the development. It will be same for all the modules. Not only this one, the ServiceNow also supports the various integrations. We can integrate with any of the event management tool, and we can integrate one ServiceNow with another ServiceNow instance. So like this, it supports various integrations also. That is also one of the key features with ServiceNow. And ServiceNow has their own, not all the cases. Okay, so it has plugins also. For few of the integrations, it has plugins or the adapters, I would say. We can just use the adapter, and you can have your integration, SCM integration, SSO integration, LDAP integration, and all those stuff. Before ServiceNow started, there were other platforms also, the Remedy, Jira, HP Service Management, and maybe the homegrown tools, maybe the in-house tools. All those things were there. The customers, they were managing with those platforms, but because they are seeing the future benefits in ServiceNow, and the maintenance in ServiceNow is easy actually, because the data center is centrally hosted, and we will get a tremendous support from ServiceNow actually. So we don't have to the maintenance of your platform is totally with ServiceNow. That is, we don't have to do anything, because for example, if you have to update some patch, so that is something they will do at their end. But only thing is, they will be notified. Definitely they will notify us. So in your instance, this is what we are going to do. So the maintenance is by ServiceNow. And upgrade thing also, we just have to follow the upgrade process, but the upgrade is the automation process which happens, but we have to follow the upgrade, the free activities and all those things. That is also one of the easy part in ServiceNow. We get immediate support also from ServiceNow. For example, some reason, you spoiled you crapped your instance, let us say, but ServiceNow will take the backup every day. They take the backup, and you will get the things reverted easily. So all those things are there. If you look at the few of the features, the software distribution model in which the third party provider hosts the application, we don't have to install install or maintain any software. Everything can be simply accessed via internet. So in the real time, based upon the agreement what you have with the ServiceNow, you will get the instances. At least the 3 instances by default you will get it. One is the development environment, test environment, and the final one is the production environment. So automatic update reduce the burden of in-house IT staff, so that way we can reduce the staff as well. Because we have a PaaS and SaaS combination, provides a lot of flexibility and simplicity. Okay, we are the customer for ServiceNow. As a customer, we don't have to maintain anything, OS maintenance, version, patches, everything we don't have to maintain. Those are all few of the benefits, okay, what we get if we go to the ServiceNow. And not only that, ServiceNow provides a lot of features every 6 months once, okay, they will release new features. So it is up to us. If you want to adopt new features very well, you can adopt it, okay. And also they do a lot of improvement in the existing modules also. So that is where now the ServiceNow is one of the key enterprise platform in today's market. We know we are in the right place. So if you go to the ServiceNow, if you learn ServiceNow technology, you can find the future. Your future will be brighter. So that is something we know now. So honestly, when I started in ServiceNow, even I was not knowing this. Okay, the ServiceNow will grow like this, because I was a UI developer earlier. Okay, later when I moved to the tool, and I was thinking like, why should I know what benefit tomorrow? What if another tool comes? Honestly, that did not happen. I am not seeing any situation where people switch it back from ServiceNow to other tool. But the migration from other tool to ServiceNow is happened, but not from ServiceNow to other tool. So before we go to the next slide, ServiceNow releases, I'm going to explain you what are the roles we will get in ServiceNow if you go to the ServiceNow technology. So first one is one of the major roles which we have in ServiceNow is ServiceNow administrator as well as the developer, where the administration opportunities are quite less, but developer opportunities are very huge. So again, in the developer, we can have a different designation over there, right? The senior consultant also, I mean like the ServiceNow consultant also, which is nothing but they are the developer, because in ServiceNow it is not like from the scratch development. It is configuration plus development. So where we get 50 to 60% of the configuration and remaining 30 to 40% of the development we do, because ServiceNow as a platform, it provides the out-of-box functionality. So first we generally look at the out-of-box functionality. We will explain to the customer about the out-of-box functionality, and if customer likes the out-of-box functionality, pretty enough, we don't have to make any changes and this minor modification. So that also situation comes. Sometime now we do only 10%, 20% modification, but few of the customer, obviously they will try to align their process within the platform. That time the requirement may vary, and that time you have to really go for a customization. But the ServiceNow has provided the open feature, provided the functionality, but and also it allows you to modify the functionality. So that is one of the good feature which is available in ServiceNow. But if you look at the other tool, so few of the customization that is not possible. Okay, there are a lot of restrictions are there, but the restriction is overridden in ServiceNow, and also it tells few of the best practices which we have to follow. But the thing is that as a developer now, we will get to know as and when we do the things. So it is kind of an open platform where it allows you to customize the modules the way you want it, and also you can bring the custom modules, scoped applications, everything within the platform. So these are all the two roles we'll get it, right? The administration and the developer. So apart from that, there will be the ServiceNow architect role. You can join as a process consultant. So if you know about the ServiceNow tool, and you can also join as a business analyst. This is also one of the role you'll get, where you know about, because you get the ServiceNow administration knowledge, and maybe if you're interested, you can get the basic development knowledge, and then you can work as a business analyst, can fill the bridge between both functional side as well as from the technical side, where you can collect the requirement, and very well we can adopt the agile methodology in ServiceNow, right? We know, right? Now most of the projects are going in an agile manner, so you can very well adopt the agile methodology in ServiceNow. ServiceNow has the agile module, okay, so that you don't have to use any other tool to run your agile show. So everything can be done within ServiceNow. So that is the business analyst role. And then moving on, you will get a technical manager role. Obviously, the delivery manager anyway it is there, but along with that, you can also play a technical manager role in ServiceNow. These are all few of the roles what we get in ServiceNow. However, the administrator, the major role, I mean like the major opportunity is for service developers as well as for architects. Administrations are there, but I will also suggest not to be in administration side forever, because there are a lot of growth for you if you learn ServiceNow technology. So then why to stay only in administration side? And you will also get a opportunity in ServiceNow testing area, because ServiceNow has a automated test framework, which is not only the manual test. You can even write your test scripts in ServiceNow, so that way there is an opportunity for testers as well. So now, as part of this course, what are we going to cover? In this course, I'm going to teach you from the scratch the ServiceNow administration and the development. This course is not specific to any module, because for any module development, any module implementation, the development knowledge, okay, that is same. So we have to go to the table, we have to find out the dictionary structure, then we need to write the script. So maybe in the client side script or the server side script, then we have to write kind of the access controls. So these are all common across all the modules. If you know about this, okay, it doesn't matter for you what module comes in. Okay, you can very well implement those requirements. Honestly, none of the developers are knowing the the module and developing the thing. It is all something like, because you know the development structure in ServiceNow, then it doesn't matter, because slowly will because ServiceNow has certain materials also. Okay, the product documentations are there. It is one of the good product documentation, I would say. So the module features anyway you will get it from the product. You go to the product documentation. What are the features are available out of box? But how to do the modification means you should know the coding part of it, and the quantity something you will get to know development in this course, not specific to any module. It is common across all the module actually. Okay, where we'll talk about all the development part of it. Shortly, I will share the curriculum. I mean, like the syllabus also. What are we going to cover? That is one of the key things. Now, if you see, the ServiceNow is the Java-based platform. But what are the prerequisites? Okay, for this course. So those the ServiceNow is the Java based platform. So we don't write any code in Java. We use a JavaScript here. Okay, the JavaScript is also one of the scripting language, but it supports both client side scripting and the server side scripting. We use a JavaScript here. But now if you see in the JavaScript also, do we need to write 100 line of code? Definitely no. So here, because it is kind of a platform where we don't do the from the scratch coding. Wherever there is a necessity, we'll write the coding. But here, no, it is not like 100 lines of code, so that you don't have to get that fear. So I will be explaining you to the line by line the coding part. So what are the, because though we use a JavaScript, it is not the normal JavaScript. The ServiceNow uses their own methods. Those methods I will be explaining you with syntax, okay, and with example. And I will be giving you the real-time use cases. So definitely I'm not going through the PPT and explaining the things. I'm not doing that. So I will directly go to the system. There, okay, I will explain the methods available, and with the example, we will explain each and every line of the code, and then I will also the real-time use cases, and the assignments will be given to you. And also you will get the recording of the session and the materials, okay, that are relevant for the topics, so that will be shared with you. Maybe there will be one placeholder drive, okay, there we will put all the things and you can access from there. That is what is the procedure we follow. And now the duration of the course, that will be 45 days. Okay, every day it will be a 1 hour class. The total it will be the 45 days. The first 20 days may be the administration stuffs. Then we'll go to the development stuffs. Now you may be having the question like, oh no, what are the prerequisites? The main thing, right? The prerequisites, okay, it is good to have thing, okay, the programming language. If you already worked on any of the programming language, or during your study time, during our study time also, you must have learned Java, C# or .NET and C++, right? If you have that knowledge, that is also pretty enough. Only thing is people should be if you have that logical thinking, right, you can very well understand the concept, because if you have that programming mind, so it doesn't matter what platform is, very well you can easily understand the thing. Otherwise also don't worry, because I'm going to teach the things from the scratch, so you have a little bit knowledge in the programming language, or else you have to brush up yourself. Nothing to worry, this is not the rocket science. So here the coding is easy part, because many people who do not know the coding, from Remedy people and HP service management or Jira people who worked in all these platforms, they switch it to ServiceNow and they learn, because initially for 1 or 2 months you will find the difficulty, but after that this becomes easy. And moreover, you will get a lot of other materials from ServiceNow that I'm going to explain you shortly. So there will be the product documentation there, the syntaxes are there, and the explanations are given. So, and there is a community as well, so that you can post your questions and you will get the answer. And if you know the answer for few of others questions, you can get it. And there are other materials like the developer materials, you will get it, so that can keep those as a reference initially, and you can get the requirement done. That is how we generally learn the things. So apart from that, you have knowledge in the ITL, because ITL framework, okay, that would be the added advantage, so that easily you will understand the terms which I'm explaining, like incident, problem, change, CMDP, even all those things are very easily able to understand. But still you don't have to worry. What you can do is, you can just go to the Google and just understand what is ITL and all. So that is the framework for ServiceNow. These are the two prerequisites for ServiceNow learning. Now if you think programming is not my cup of tea, okay, I'm not interested knowing the coding at all, then maybe this may not be a right platform for you, because there are few people, they are not interested in coding or administration, even configuration. They don't want, people want kind of a repetitive job. Then maybe the ServiceNow is not the right choice. Otherwise, very well, if you have to improve your career, Okay, the ServiceNow is the best platform, I would say. Now coming to the ServiceNow certifications. Yeah, as you know, especially in the US market, ServiceNow certification is one of the key things any of the consultants they will ask it because that adds the certain weightage for your file. But if you ask me personally, I'm not no so much fancy with the certifications, but for few of the, at least to get your resume shortlisted, the certification also plays kind of a role actually. Otherwise, because no, clearing the certification is something is easy because we will get a lot of dumps, etc. But what knowledge we have, we carry at the end, that is something that really matters. So because I'm also the technical panel, I don't bother okay how many certification the candidate has. Only thing is if they are capable to answer the technical question, then they are in. But however, varies from the situation to situation. At least to get your resume shortlisted, few people will see okay how many certifications you have, etc. ServiceNow has various certifications. To start with, ServiceNow administration certificate, application development, implementation specialist, etc. Many certifications we have. You can go to training.service-now.com website, and there we will find out what are the certifications we have, and what are the prerequisites for that, and what are the questions, I mean like no, what are the topics that are covered in the certification, and how many questions, etc. So now one of the basic certification is the administration certification. So you can you can appear for the administration certification maybe once I complete the administration part from this course. So that is something you can appear for it. What are the process for that is, earlier it was initial days ServiceNow provided, ServiceNow used to provide all the certifications because you could have taken directly the certification. You just have to pay for the certification exam and then you can appear for the certification. But after that, somewhere 4 years back, ServiceNow changed the structure. Because many people started getting the certification. So that is because just you pay for the exam, then you appear for the exam, and then you get the certification. Then ServiceNow has changed slightly their process. So what they did is, so no certification is, we cannot appear for any of the certification unless you take the training from ServiceNow. We cannot appear for any of the certification unless you take the course from ServiceNow. This is what is the process they brought in. Okay, that is 4 years back. Due to the pandemic, due to this COVID situation, there is an offer. The administration certification is something, it is free, and anybody can appear for the administration certification without attending the training. Also, if you want, you can attend the training from ServiceNow. There is a 3 days class. For that 3 days class, they charge $2,400, which is quite expensive actually. But it is only the basic stuff you will learn. So now you know that if you are joining any of the course, like maybe the Mind Magics or any other course, I don't know where you are joining. Though you join any course, now you can take the administration certification freely. So how you will get it is, how to go to nowlearningservicenow.com. That website I will share you. You have to go there, and there you have to search for one of the nowlearningservicenow.com. There you have to search for one of the course called ServiceNow Fundamental. You go to the ServiceNow Fundamental course, enroll for it. There are various topics are there. You have to cover all the topics, and finally you will get one voucher for the administration certification. So you can with the help of that voucher, you can appear for the administration certification actually. So that offer was there till June. I think now also they have extended, luckily, because of our COVID situation actually. That is one of the free things that ServiceNow provides. So you will get the voucher. You can go to there is another website to register for your exam. Okay, you can go there and you can register for exam. However, that voucher has a validity of 1 year. It is not like immediately you attend for the exam, because that voucher has a validity of 1 year. So very well within that 1 year, you can attend or you can finish the ServiceNow administration certification. But what I would recommend is, immediately after the completion of this course or before we are done with the administration stuff, okay, you register for the exam because you will be in a fresh mind, right? You register the exam and you take that exam. A few of the materials which I can share, a few of the dumps I can share, and a few of the links also I can share. And but other certifications, application development, implementation specialists, etc. Those are all really, we don't have the vouchers available as on today. Only thing is, there are ways you how to take the course and then you get the voucher. Otherwise, if your company is already partnered with ServiceNow, your company may have kind of a voucher course. You can get that voucher code and you can take it. But that is not compulsory to have those certifications. So it is all good to have stuff. So once you get into the ServiceNow project in your company, you can check with your competency manager and you can get the voucher and you can take the exam for that. So at least for that, even 6 months of work experience also required. You have to take the implementation specialist certification or other certificate. Now today in my team also there are developers, good developers I would say. They are without application development certification. Now I will just show you that website with. See, you have to go to the now learning servicenow.com. So there you can register yourself. There is a register option. Register yourself with your ID, and then once you register, right here there is a search option. There you search for the ServiceNow fundamentals. So there you can get the course and you complete the course, and then you will get the voucher. This is one of the website for learning. It is not only for that, okay. If you want to learn any of other free courses, very well you can learn from here. But it is not that detailed, but good theoretical knowledge. This is the one I am pinging you. This one in the chat. Number one. So number two, there are other websites which I said. One is the product documentation. So docs.servicenow.com. This is one of the website where all the product documentations are available. So if you want to know about what are the new features are there in our new version, okay, if you want to know about that, okay, you can go here. And if you want to find out the certain client script methods which we are using, that everything you'll find out. So there is a search option you can search. So this is kind of a Bible for a section. Another site is developer.servicenow.com. The prerequisite for this course is you need to have your own instances, because I don't have a time to show like how to get your own instance. That maybe I will show you in our first class, because you need to have your personal instance. There you will be doing all your assignments, exercises, etc. You guys have to go to developer.servicenow.com. There also you register yourself, and you can get your own instance. Okay, that is free of cost again. You don't have to pay anything for that. Then there is materials for learning. Okay, you can get the materials here. So the last one is the community. As I told you, we can exchange the information within the community, right? And sometime, right, okay, we may not be knowing the answer for few of the requirement, or whether it is achievable or not. So that is something very well you can check in the community. This is the website, community.servicenow.com. So these are all the websites which we often use from ServiceNow side. Now learning, docs.servicenow, developer.servicenow, and the community one. These are all the things we often use actually. So now quickly, the ServiceNow releases, due to the time constraint, I'm not able to explain this, like what are the ServiceNow releases, etc. quickly. So these are all the releases which we have. Currently, we are not in our, the recent version is the Paris one. The Paris is something we recently launched. So they gave the, kind of a city names. In every version, every 6 months once they will bring the new version, and the new features also they will add it. So now quickly let us go to the syllabus. Okay, what are the things we are going to cover? We are going to talk about the introduction. Initially it will be the administration class. So if you guys, if all of you say like, okay, we don't need administration, we need only development, that is also possible. Okay, we can customize the course. We'll talk about the introduction, like what is ServiceNow and all these things, like basically the ServiceNow core configuration and user interface parts we'll be learning, and then how to create the home page and how to change the properties. Okay, so those stuffs we'll be learning. Then important part is the table, form, dictionary. So how to create the table, okay, how to create the section, how to add the fields, or how to add kind of a filtering, how to add the related list. So all these administration stuffs we'll be learning here, especially from the table structure. Then we'll talk about the user administration. What are the ways we'll get the users into ServiceNow, how to create the groups, what are the foundation data, because when we start the project, okay, foundation data is something very important. We'll talk about the foundation data part. Then we have to move the code, right, to one instance to another instance. That part will be explaining you. That's about the update set. Then we'll come to the scripting part. So initially we'll talk about the client scripting. In that client script there are various methods are there. Then we'll talk about the server side scripting. Out of that, these are all the few of the utilities what we have in ServiceNow. The business rule, UI action, UI policy, data policy, script include. See, these are all common across all the modules. Okay, you take any module today, this will be there. And then we'll talk about the coding best practices. Here, while explaining the scripting, I will also take few of the modules. Okay, I will also cover the service catalog. Okay, how to create the I will give you the explanation about the flow also, change management, service catalog. So those explanation also I will be giving you along with the scripting, because if I have to do scripting, then obviously I have to take the module. So first you should get familiar with that module also, right? So the module flow I will be explaining you. Then obviously the debugging part. Okay, how to do the debugging of the code, that I will be explaining you. Workflow. Okay, so what are the places we can create the workflow? Okay, how to create the workflow? Those things will be covering. And I'll talk about in detail on the service catalog management. Then the importing the data. Okay, how to do the importing the data. Okay, what are the ways? And then how to write the script while importing. Those part will be covered. Then the notifications. What are the types of the notification, and how to create the notification? How to write the script in the notification. That part will be covered. Then how to configure the SLAs and schedules, and what are the conditions we can write in the SLA. Then we'll talk about the scheduled jobs. Okay, there will be some automated jobs will be running. For example, if somebody asks you, once the incident is resolved after 5 days, I want the incident to be auto closed. Okay, how to achieve that kind of requirement, that will be covered. Then access control part. Okay, because obviously in the how access control comes the key things, right? We should not be providing the access to the table for everybody, etc., etc. So there will be certain requirement will be there. What are the different types of the ACLs we have? How to add the ACLs with the use cases I'll be explaining you. Then next is I'll talk about the SSO part and the LDAP integration in detail. Integration part. Okay, how we will integrate. These are basically there are adapters are available that I am not going to explain. That is very straightforward thing. Apart from that, if the adapters are not available, because all the companies they may not be going for all the subscription based plugin. So that time we also should be able to customize the thing. Then what is the protocol we use? Okay, with the help of the SOAP and REST, how we will do the integration with the real use cases. So that is something I will be explaining you here. Then the basic of service portal I'll cover. Then the upgrade, how to do the upgrade, and if I get the time. This is the advanced topic. Okay, it is recently I added because of the flow designer part. If I get a time, okay, I will also cover this flow designer. If you guys think okay something extra you needed, please let me know. If you think like hey, you want to talk on, okay, because few people okay you may not be because of the time constraint you may be having other questions also. If you have any other questions, you can very well set up a call with the MindMagics team. Tell them that okay you want to talk to me, so very well we can set up a call and we can discuss. If you have any questions, ask or with me. Okay, we'll try our level best to answer your queries. And also you will get the certification.
Said earlier in the session that my organization will be using CSM only. So it looks like this training is based off of ITSM. So can you just tell me like high level idea of what are the major differences between CSM and ITSM and how
Okay,
this training will be held?
see, first of all, this training is not for ITSM. I think you have taken differently. This training is the development course, right? It doesn't matter what module it is. Because CSM is just another module in ServiceNow, same like ITSM or ITOM. But there also we'll be using table. There also we'll be writing the script. We are not using something else, right? Definitely there will be a table structure. There will be the form. But how to go there, that knowledge you will get it from this course.